For Game 3 on Saturday, Jason Hamill pitches for Colorado. No pitcher announced yet for Charlie Manuel. Depends on how he gets through this game and what kind of relievers he needs. So, it's supposed to be cold in Denver this weekend.
It's only 35 degrees there right now. Saw Utley freeze on that called third strike. You just saw Todd Helton check his swing. I'm not sure these guys are getting a real good look, but what a sinker there from Cook for the strikeout. Great movement. The shadow really a problem for the hitters. Got a bright batter's eye in the backdrop, and the ball changing colors about 3 times on the way to the plate.
Hamels falling behind Todd Helton, who leads off this 4th inning. Both Hamels and Cook with 4 strikeouts. Helton with the RBI, the fielder's choice back in the 1st inning. Had a little dribbler just in front of the home plate area. Allowed Gonzalez to score from 3rd. Hamilton was at the plate when Gonzalez was thrown out at second base trying to steal. The 2-2. Count stays at 2-2.
As he gets a new piece of lumber. He had a triple here, his first ever at bat in the postseason 2 years ago.
Helton had a big comeback season in 2009. He finished 4th in the National League in hitting. He hit .325 this year. 15 home runs. Had 86 driven in. On base a lot. He was 3rd in the league in on base percentage. .416 was his number this season after off-season back surgery. And he hammers that one to center field, a base hit. Now between innings, we had a chance to catch up with Philly hitting coach Milt Thompson, and we talked about the approach against Aaron Cook.
Well, Bob's giving him that low strike, and I told the guys to make him bring the ball up, and he's getting that pitch, but we still have to make him bring the ball up so we can hit some line drives.
Milt, this is Joe, and I was just curious about Ryan Howard. I know that this team does not employ a shift against him. He seems to be willing to take the ball the other way if they're going to work him away.
That's what Ryan has to do. His strength is hitting the ball the other way. When he's got got it going where he can hit the ball out of the ballpark any place, it's a great thing.
How much hitting do you get into with your manager, a great hitting coach in his own right?
Oh, we talk hitting every day. Every day at home we have extra hitting. First day in on the road, we do a lot of hitting. We talk a lot of hitting.
And how's that pitching arm holding up after all that BP this year?
Well, I don't throw a lot of BP. Just in the cage, I try to throw a little bit. I'm not a very good pitcher. I was an outfielder.
That's a good collaboration, though, when he and Charlie Manuel can work with the hitters and talk hitting with their guys. As Charlie says, when he was the hitting coach in Cleveland, he wanted his hitters to be the best going. He wanted everybody to hit 300, wanted everybody to be successful, and would work as long and hard as it took for everybody to be good.
Well, Charlie's playing days in Japan kind of affected how he coaches hitting and thinks about hitting, because he hit a lot in Japan. He said it was not unfamiliar to go an hour, maybe an hour and a half of straight batting practice, and you just hit and hit and hit, which means somebody has to throw and throw and
That's
throw.
right.
And Milt Thompson has that duty during the game and to get his pinch hitters ready and what have you. Charlie believes in the numbers. He said, just like a marathon runner, you get a second wind at some point. As Tulowitzki pops it up, Chase Utley will make the catch for out number 1.
Todd Helton had a good at bat against Hamels leading off this inning, Brian, and again it goes back to something that Jim Tracy said. He needed his hitters to be a little more patient, work the count a little more. He hasn't thrown an exorbitant number of pitchers, 52, but at least the guys that are going to deep counts are getting a good look at him and seem to be putting good swings on him.
Well, here's Garrett Atkins. Atkins back in the starting lineup. With 78 games at third base this year. He has been the anchor at third base for the Rockies the last few seasons. Big run producer. But Ian Stewart took over that job this season. Ian Stewart has not appeared in this series yet. A talented young left-handed hitter and a defensive specialist. The Phillies sending out the two left-handed starters, and Lee and Hamels kind of taking away Jim Tracy's power from the left side a little bit.
And there's a chance that Jay Happ will pitch game 3. Another lefty.
Well, there is a little history between these two. Back in April, Hamels giving up the home run to Garrett Atkins. Atkins hit just 9 home runs this year. Drove in 48. After 2 seasons of over 100 RBIs. Just got a piece of that one.
Yeah, again, that was back on April 10th. It seems like well over a year ago. First start of the year for Cole. 3 2/3 innings, 11 hits, 7 runs.
Ball and 2 strikes on Garrett Atkins. Got Helton at first. Just got a piece of another one.
Another good at bat.
Pitch count at 57. The Rockies doing a much better job today against Hamels than they did yesterday against Lee. Lee went the distance with 113 pitches. Hamels at 57 through 3 1/3. And he strikes out Garrett Atkins. Change the string on him.
Beauty.
Second out of the inning, the 5th strikeout for Cole Hamels.
One of the questions that went unanswered yesterday for Jim Tracy was, what will Charlie Manuel do if he has to go to his bullpen? Cliff Lee took care of that with a 9-inning complete game effort. And the Rockies are certainly hoping that they can get to Hamels enough to get him out of the game and get into that Phillies bullpen that's been in disarray for most of the season.
Two outs for Yorvi Torrealba. Helton a leadoff single, still at first as Torrealba takes a strike.
He's throwing a few more curveballs today.
Fastball just missed.
Yeah, and it's not like he can't throw hard. That was 91, just missed off the corner. You've got to respect it. And when he's establishing his fastball on the corners like he did early, you don't have the luxury of guessing much.
That one's hit well, deep left field. Torrealba will watch this one fly out of here. Yorvi Torrealba with a 2-run home run. And the Rockies have a 3-0 lead in the 4th inning. A rocket from Torrealba.
No doubt about that one, Brian. That looked like something up. Yep, the curveball. I just said he had thrown more today. A little unusual for him, and then he hangs one. And Torrealba didn't miss it.
Yorvi Torrealba hit just 2 home runs during the regular year. But a 2-run shot here in the 4th inning. And the Rockies have a 3-0 lead on Hamels and the Phillies. Well, he has been a hot hitter in the final month of the season. Just his 2nd career postseason clout.
He had a good postseason for them in 07, though. He was one of their stars that helped get them to the World Series.
Unexpected power source for the Rockies. And the first home run of this series. 2 prolific home run hitting ball clubs during the regular season comes from the Colorado catcher.
Says something about the pitching, doesn't it, Brian? That you've got the numbers 1 and 2 home run hitting teams, and the first home run hit in this series is not till midway through game 2.
So much talk about what was wrong with the Rockies offense yesterday. I think it had a lot to do with the man on the mound for the Phillies.
It did. Certainly did.
In the left field, Ibanez will run it down. The inning is over, but Yorvi Torrealba homers for the first time since May 6th. His second postseason homer. That is 3-0 Colorado.